I tell you, I was really pleased with, this is a game of opportunity, and I thought some guys really made the most of their opportunity. I felt, especially Cox did a great job for us tonight, and our offense just was really non-existent. We had a ton of fly balls, we had a ton of swing and miss, and their left-hander was fabulous. The right-handed kid they brought in was outstanding. I mean, they can really pitch, and I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce the left-hander's name, but we'll probably all know his name in 4 or 5 years when he plays in the big leagues. He's really good.
Just talk about you wanted to go in this game and not use some guys, but you had no choice. But you threw Holder out there. You went with Ross, but they sucked up the challenge.
Yeah, they did. We did not want to have to use these guys, but they wanted to pitch, and if we don't win the game. If you don't win the game, they're not going to pitch again for whatever it's going to be, like 12 days or something crazy like that. So they needed to, is there anything going to call bullpen today, or they're going to need to pitch? So, they came in and gutted it out and did a great job for us.
Let's talk about Slaughter's contact there. A guy
yeah,
on a
your backup catcher
and
who you probably didn't want to use today ends up with the game-winning hit.
Yeah, we just didn't hit enough balls in the middle of the field, and I think it's, pretty symbolic that, we finally got a ball in the middle of the field. We just didn't have a great offensive day. We just didn't focus. And again, their pitching had a lot to do with that. They really pitched it well. And, we just had a lot of effort swings. We had a ton of fly balls, which is something that's just not our identity. But, in the long run, we found a way to win a ball game, and our pitching was, I thought, just outstanding. I thought, we just kept pounding the bottom of the strike zone. And, our guys did a great job.
If this was not a single elimination, would you might have approached it a little differently in this situation with who we're using?
Yeah, probably. If it was a double elimination tournament, I probably would have done a little bit differently. But you don't go into this saying, are we going to host? Are we not going to? If you start thinking like that, you really can't manage a ball game very well. We're just trying to win the game, and you worry about tomorrow. But tomorrow, today, yeah, right. We left a lot of people in that first game and said, hey, we'll see you tomorrow, and we didn't know that was actually going to happen as quickly as it did. But anyway, I thought our kids battled through that. These are the kind of wins that you kind of look back and you say, maybe some things are meant to be. Maybe these kinds of wins will catapult you, when we get into NCAA play.
John, it seems like ages ago, but Hunter was able to get that first RBI on the board for you. It's just a chink hit that falls for him. That's what he needed right now.
He did need that. He muscled that ball in the center of the field. And again, all of our production was in the middle of the field, and we had just so many fly balls to the right side and left side, and it's just because our kids are trying to end a ball game with one swing, and that's not going to happen in this ballpark very often. So, but yeah, it was good to see Hunter hit. He hit 2 balls in the middle of the field. He didn't hit them great, but he got hits, and I think that was, it's important for him to be able to square that barrel up and get to the middle.
The inevitable question, John, is what is Pirtle doing in between third base and home? What was that about?
I think we'll talk about it now. We didn't talk about it then because, you got to forget about it. You got to have amnesia and move forward. But I think there's a little miscommunication there, and that did have a chance to be the end of the ball game right there. But we'll discuss that, and we'll get it fixed, and we'll move on.
You got about 17 hours now for the next one. Any thought at all about who you might go with?
It's probably going to be Paul Urena. He had a little rib thing, so we got to check on that. But if I had to guess right now, I would say it'd probably be Luis.
What's it like managing for 17 innings?
It's probably like covering it for the media, for 17. It's, you just feel like there's 20 different ways you could have won the game. They probably feel the same way. It's a little bit frustrating that way, but sometimes this game tortures you like that.
Did you get, sorry, I missed the beginning, did you get worried about the thinness of your bench, especially having the pinch run for Ray?
Yeah, I was going to play the smallest first baseman in the history of the game, Han, potentially in whatever it's going to be in the top of the 18th inning, but probably would have bought Darryl out of the DH role. But yeah, we played a ton of guys, and in some respects that's neat because those guys deserve to play. And when you're asked to play in a ball game like this, every single pitch is crucial. And I'm glad Will got a chance to go out there on the mound for us because I think that's the most beneficial thing to have this game, besides winning it, is having Will go out there and have a lot of success.
John, knowing this tournament the way you do, how hard is it going to be for you guys to get back up and try to win a ball game tomorrow?
These kids are resilient. They're young kids. They're 18 to 22 years old. They're resilient. They'll get a bunch of sleep. They'll go eat a bunch, and then we'll start the whole thing over. And tomorrow will probably be completely different than today, by SEC tournament standards. But
right.
If we were playing in the middle of the day tomorrow, I'd have a different tune because that would be incredible. That would be a big challenge. But I think the fact that we're playing at night gives us a little bit of an opportunity to get these guys rested.
Just say about Mitch, with the injured hand, and he played a little bit, but hasn't really been able to come through.
Well, I'm glad to see ball fall for him because he has had so many frustrating things happen to him this year with sickness and injury and everything else. So I think it's very fitting that he got that game-winning hit because he deserves something good to happen to him.